Hi folks, Steven here. Keep forgetting that goes straight into there very quickly, actually. So, here I am, and this is going to be another live stream. Sorry about the delay if you were waiting on that for a while. My internet, my main computer stopped connecting to the Wi-Fi here, and I rebooted the router and all that fun stuff that you probably don't care about. But eventually did get it up here, so hopefully that all works. So in any case, this is going to be a live stream of Super Smash Bros. Melee for the Nintendo GameCube. In case you're curious about my setup here, thanks, Mom, for getting me a HDMI adapter for my GameCube. I could technically use the Wii, and the picture quality is about the same. But this is one that uses the GC video spec and stuff like that, so I have a lot of options on that. And since we're going to be getting some more Gen 3 stuff, which is all GameCube pretty much for the games that came out there. But yeah, so we're going to be talking about the music sometime in the future. I still need to talk with Anne about what our date is going to be for that discussion. I'd hope to do it this weekend. That probably is not going to happen, but excuse me. Oops, I wanted to actually go. I know which songs I will be picking, and actually I wanted to go. There we go. Go through the adventure mode. This one has obviously a lot more content than the N64 one that I streamed last weekend. Alright.
Ready? Go!
A lot more music, you know, this game. Oh yes, the hammer. I'm not sure it's really this useful in this spot because those turtles will just go on. Nice version of the Mario theme here. Ah! Yeah, so in addition to the regular classic mode, which is very much like the one-player mode in the N64 game, you get this where you go to various places. The one-player modes in the Smash Brothers games, they've done a lot of different things with them. My favorite is probably still the... Darn. Still have a little practice with this mode. That's what I was trying to do. Alright. Gonna fight some Yoshis here. Another hammer. This is the first stage of the game, so it's not that difficult. Got the lipstick here, as I mentioned in our panel discussion about whatchamacallit, the Puzzle League and Puzzle Challenge games. That's where that's the character that this is based on. So there's kind of a loose, I don't know, story is probably not the best way, but there is a through line here about the places you go, and one kind of does lead to another. Yeah, this is the rainbow cloud theme. It's based on the Alright, takes care of Mario. tonal variety in the music here. Of course, we've got the DK rap, although it's got some slightly different lyrics than you would have had in Donkey Kong 64. But I do feel like the announcer stuff could be, it's very echoey. Nice rendition of the main Donkey Kong Country theme. Alright, this is one of the songs I really want to talk as my non-Pokemon song for this discussion, and will do. The Underground Maze. You know, when I first played this game back in the day, I thought it was really interesting that they brought back the Zelda 2 dungeon theme in this, because even back then Zelda 2 had a bit of a reputation of being the odd one out. Alright. Fight Link here. With this barrel. Ooh, Super Scope. Oh, that was a big mushroom. I thought it was a poison mushroom. We can use our size to this advantage. Now, unlike some of the other music in this game, this is definitely synth. Even though they could have used a live orchestra for, which they did for some of the music in this one. Dark in this portion. Okay, so the goal in this stage, of course, is we have to find the one with the actual Triforce. I do think this action-y theme does work better for... Anything good in there? Okay, this is a dead end. You can get KO'd on the non-stage portions. You do. Bunch of her likes. Yes, there we go. I think it works better than like if they wanted to use the Zelda 1 dungeon theme, which is a bit slower and not as well attuned to fighting. I believe this is live orchestra. Which they use for about half a dozen trips. Get that warp star couldn't make it far enough to get over. Of course, Zelda in this one, Zelda and Sheik are one-ish characters. Let's see, some sensor bomb. I dare you to walk towards me. Now, this game was somewhat famously kind of rushed to get out. There were a lot of shortcuts they had to take to get it, as it was not a launch GameCube game, it was relatively early. Oh boy. This is really giving it to me here. That's helpful. It doesn't heal as much as it did in the original Smash Brothers with the Max Symptom. Darn, if I had timed that better, I probably could have knocked Samus out there. But as far as when I originally got this game, that would have been for Christmas. I had a GameCube I bought on launch day. That should take care of Samus. And now I gotta do the escape sequence. None of the trophies I find here are going to be new ones. Now, Pikachu's model here is definitely... I mean, all the models pretty much are improved. Although I think some of the Pokemon models are definitely from, like... Whew, close there. Yeah, so we go through a little bit of a space arc with all of Nintendo's space properties. I believe Kirby Spine's called, what, Pop Star? There are at least some live instruments here. I'm not sure it's a full... Yeah, not too hard there. But it's just the beginning of the stage, if you remember this mode. Now we're going to fight the copy abilities. The Jigglypuff up there as Kirby. You know, despite being some of those first... I think we got Mewtwo there as Kirby. This is the Game & Watch one. Yeah, pretty good up A attack. There we go. Pretty good at that. And now we gotta fight Giant Kirby. Fire Flower. That's right. It's kind of not really recognizable compared to what it is in some of the other games. That was fun. Let's see if it just... I was hoping it would just run into the Bob-omb there. That's a bit of a lower voice there. Space one here. It's Corneria. Yeah, this I think is definitely sounds like live orchestra. Okay, that was pretty quick. I think a lot of these stages you beat quickly. You get some special stuff.
Don't get too excited. Keep it together. Things are about to get ugly.
I could have skipped that, but... Now, there was an orchestral concert of this music about within a year or so when this game released, and the soundtrack, oh yeah, thanks guys, was released through various means. Oh, come on. I grabbed that, not Falco. I'm pretty sure about that. Of course, not just a regular target hit, but... There we go. Got him. Ooh. All right, home turf, huh? See how this one works out. Now, production value on this is obviously they could do a lot more on the GameCube. I think that Zapdos is just, that model is straight out of Pokemon Stadium, which of course, you know, HAL did develop a lot of the early N64 Pokemon games. They were involved with them. Darn. Yeah, you lose points and you lose coins there. That's so nice of them. Of course, we have Pikachu. Scissor's really good. You can see it right there, yeah. Very different result there. It can be kind of a random stage. I will probably be fairly conservative on this stage. You can get through, like... There you go. And if you want to push, you can get to, like, 4. I forget what the speed run is for this. There's also an event where everything goes super fast. Your Captain Falcon and whatnot. Whew. Alright, let's wait for him to come around again. Come on! Jeez, I'm not doing so great on this. Reaction time is not good. There we go. Yeah, not really a platforming game. Ah, boy. I'm going to keep going with this. Yeah, I'm not sure why I'm doing so bad with this. Now, the other song that goes with the F-Zero stages is actually from a game called Mach Rider, which was an NES racing game. Very, very simplistic. And playing it very safe here. Okay, so far so good. Let's see if we can wait for these to pass. Ah, come on! I swear I can direct that more normally. Oh, come on! Okay, we are staying here until the next cycle, and then I'm going to try and get over there. My goodness. I think we're very near the end. I can probably just... we'll stay here. Yeah, I know. I could have made that. Not taking any chances. And of course, Mute City, which... There we go. One good hit is sometimes all it takes. I think those guitars are live, by the way. I believe they're credited in credits. Yeah, I kind of like the very beginning of this song, but the way I kind of wish it stayed with that tonality for the whole. Now, Mr. Saturn, if I remember correctly, that will break his shield in pretty much one hit. You want to be careful about that. Go. I don't always remember what the best moves are. Alright. Ah, yes. I get the feeling they like putting in one of these kind of obscure characters each time. Okay, if I remember correctly, the way this one works is you just kind of keep moving. There's not a lot to do here until we get to a certain time mark. I mean, the screen will scroll on its own. Now, if you ever played the Ice Climber game, which you probably have at some point for some reason on NES Remix or something, you may know that the jump physics on that are just really weird. They took some liberties with that with the Ice Climber characters, although their up B is not completely dissimilar to their normal jump in that game. I start putting the Smash Bros. Logo on more stuff. There we go, and we get two pairs of Ice Climbers, Nana and Popo, in each pair. Connoisseur for eating some food. I love the bonus things. I don't think they really have all that much of that in the newer ones, unfortunately. Alright, Battlefield. I really like this original theme used for the multi-man melee. A floaty wireframe. Metal Mario Brothers, huh? Of course, I should point out, since we're covering this today, they just announced Minecraft Steve for the next DLC pack for Smash Ultimate. That umbrella not quite enough to get him back there. I forgot that it does slow your descent. Alright, I think this is the last stage now. Final destination. Ah. Yeah. We're not on high enough to go to get Giga Bowser here, if I remember correctly. And not particularly. I've played through stuff a couple times in preparation for this, and I'm still not as good as I used to be on this one. The reticle moves faster than I remember. Very nice version of the Pokemon game theme. Haven't decided quite if this is the one I'm going to talk about. There's no real prize for getting this, like in the Ultimate. If you get stuff, you get some extra rewards if you do well. That's right, there's some perfect dark stuff in here as well. I mean, that's one reason they haven't. I believe this was the best-selling GameCube game. Okay, so let's see, what do I want to do next here? Should I see how much time we have here? At a late start, we've been going for about half an hour. Well, let's take a look at another one of the big things here. Let's take a look at the event match. Let's go to our Pokemon battle.
Choose your character. Summons. Ready? Go!
So here it's just Pokeballs. Yeah. I also think this one has higher than normal launch percentages. Pokeballs are the only items that spawn here. Scissor can, like I said, do real damage. You can see how it's really easy to get in kind of a rut here. Alright, that takes care of that one. As you can see, there's a bunch of events. A couple of them are Pokemon related, like this Trophy Tussle for the Entei. This is my original save file from when I originally got this game. I've had it all these years. And you can see I'm not the best here since I haven't managed to get through everything. I did want to show a little bit of that. Let's do a little bit of regular old... See if we can get a couple more. That's good enough. Let's put these CPUs at start at level 2 and see where things go from there. Load times on this for a disc game are actually pretty good. I mean, that is pretty fast. I don't know if it has some basic stuff to come to all the stages. It can load ahead of time. Use Mewtwo's Japanese voice. By this time, I think Jago Eid / Philip Bartlett had kind of definitely fallen out of with things. And this was actually around the same time that Mewtwo Returns came out in the US on video. Now, in the Japanese version, Mewtwo actually says some things. They got the same person from the Japanese version of Pokemon, the first movie. Mewtwo, despite being one of my characters that I really like in this game, definitely has a reputation of not being that good. This game is not as... since they don't have the ability to do stuff... Same. Crowd chanting, it's all still here. And so a lot of the fanfares are orchestral, even if the main music for that game is not. play Mewtwo. Ah, I do have Battlefield unlocked. Never got all the stages unlocked. Of course, Mewtwo has the Shadow Ball attack. And teleports is its recovery move. Item switch the items off? Yeah, I think in the newer games, Mewtwo's Shadow Ball, while it's charging there, does not do damage. At least in some of them. They brought it back in 4 and in Ultimate. Alright. Yeah, you earn coins for this, which you can use in a slot machine game that I've never had much of a use for. Let's see, is some rules all this time indicate. Switch. Everything's on. I don't know if Battlefield is just like that. Oh, no, it's not. I'm sorry. Medium. Sorry, I like having items. Yeah, the save file, other than not having Final Destination unlocked, there's an item switch in the original Smash Bros. You just have to play a lot to unlock it. You know, when I first played this game in Christmas of 2001, this version of the main Pokemon game theme, Metal Jigglypuff, the lightest characters in the game, it was very heavy. And big. Now, the ineligible song I'm thinking of using for this is Jigglypuff related, which narrows it down a bit. That's Meryl. Now, I seem to remember in some beta screenshots that the monitor there, instead of showing the icons it does, would show icons from the trading card game. Maybe, I don't know. Or very closely related to it. I don't know, maybe there were just some stock images they had. Trouble is that wouldn't work because the trading card game has fewer types in the game, and in some of the newer games you have stuff like an ice stage. They have all these little special modes here. I think they might have been inspired by some of the stuff in GoldenEye and having all these weird rules things they can do. Normally a very big stage, but getting around it shouldn't be too hard with the speed. It actually feels. And there's the, of course, the. Ooh. Yeah. You can see why they made this one available for 8 players in some of the newer games. That's fun using the Super Scope. And of course, if you can change this language in this game to Japanese, and you get Purin, and I think a couple of the other characters have different names. And I'm not having much of a challenge here. Let's do classic. Quick, so.
Choose your character. Samus versus Ness. Ready? Go!
Yeah, 4-side. I think I remember in the pre-release they had like a scrambled photo of this stage as sort of a tease. At this point, I had really not much knowledge of Earthbound as calling it a franchise would be kind of a bit generous. Oops. Ooh, yeah. Item containers can always blow up. Come on, I wanted to eat my tomato.
Break
one channel, I don't subscribe to it, but I do watch some of his stuff. It's called Snooplex, and he's been doing the thing where you play these stages using codes. I grabbed that one. That's one you're supposed to drop a bomb on, but that one got me when I was playing in practice a few days ago. Ugh. Oh. Okay, let's grab. Good. Alright. He does a thing where you play with the alternate character. Termina. No, I'm not the... Well, that was a, interesting.
Giant Yoshi. Ready? Go!
Got him! Not too hard. Still very much based on Yoshi's story, since the first Smash Bros. And Melee were only not quite 3 years apart. Early '99 to late 2001.
Bonus stage. Ready? Go! Success!
Nice. That wasn't too hard.
Versus Bowser. Ready? Go!
We find Bowser a nice addition. Ooh. I wasn't sure how far off I was from the thing there, so... Not quite. I obviously used to be better at this particular entry in the series.
Pikachu. Ready? Go!
That should take care of those three. And now it's over. Nice. I got a meteor smash. Not sure exactly where I got that from, but race to the finish. Yeah, so this is kind of like the third bonus stage in Super Smash Brothers 64, except it's how far do you want to risk it? I've never made it to like all the way to the end on one of these. You have to first of all, I don't think certain characters can... Well, that finished it for me. But the further you get along, the more coins you earn. That's about what I usually get.
Versus Metal Dr. Mario. Ready? Go!
So... I forget if... I don't know if they have... I don't think they have Smash B moves here, so you just shoot regular missiles here. And the later ones, Samus gets the ability to shoot super missiles if you smash forward on B. Right. That'll get him. I do want to know what kind of discussion went into giant disembodied hand as final boss. I want to say it's the laziest thing ever. It's kind of... It's harder to dodge that grab attack in the later games. Come on. Be really careful since... A little bit lower and it would have been 3. Yeah, that totally would have got me in the newer Smash Bros. There we go. Skid Master, huh? Slid around a fair bit, I guess. I could speed through this, but I kind of like this one. This guitar arrangement of the Brinstar theme. Of course, in the modern day, there's like hundreds of names in these credits from all the characters and all the folks it takes to build a game like this on an HD system and whatnot. These other stuff like Build Up, I've never heard of them. I assume that they were involved with some of like the cinematics and stuff like that, like the opening cinematic and whatnot, or the special video you can take a look at. It has all the base characters. I think the perfect number is somewhere in the 100 plus range. Maybe it's close to or just above 100.
Congratulations!
Take a quick look through some of the trophies. This is going to be kind of the last thing we do here. That's an actual model. Yeah, they even tell you the odds here, though, for the party ball. It's like self-destruct, food banquet, Bob-omb fest, and other. Good stuff. And you have all these objects. These models look okay. Like I said, I think some of these models are taken from straight out of this. The GameCube could do a little bit better than some of these, I think. The textures might be better. The Staryu is pretty plain there. Like this is maybe just slightly above what Stadium did. The Zapdos seems like it's straight out of there. I want it to be too hard. I mean, I can't blame them for using these models given the short timeline they were on for this game. But they would do a lot better, I think, in some of the newer stuff. At least the Pokemon are 3D models for the ones that come out of the Pokeballs, for the most part, I think a few exceptions, rather than sprites. Oregon 2. So that's a good thing. And you got a bunch of other stuff. Let's see what we got. Yeah, of course, we see this later once they add the Koopalings and Bowser Jr. I really like reading the descriptions. Some of them actually say, let me see if I can find one of the ones that says, yeah, there's two different groups of Pokemon in there. We have a couple of people. Got Meowth from, it's got the guitar from the Meowth's Party thing that would eventually become part of Pokemon Channel, but also is was a tech demo for the GameCube. It's Misty. 0-1 from Snap. Of course, that was a HAL game as well. Yeah, some Japan-only games, which is kind of cool. Future release! So some Animal Crossing stuff they snuck in there, and you get Pikmin and Luigi, Vacuum Luigi. So they did some pretty neat stuff. They tied in some early GameCube games, which was kind of nice. But yeah, that is overall, you know, definitely a bigger, more improved version of the original Smash Bros., which is what I think a lot of folks expected. There was a fair bit of anticipation for this game. But yeah, alright folks, I think that's going to do it for this live stream. Hopefully Ann and I will be able to get together relatively soon. Alright folks, thanks. See, to get a little comment there, I'm just noticing it is very slow in letting me end the stream on this computer.